So yeah, just briefly, I'll introduce myself. I'm in business 6 years, coming from a retail management background. And through some health challenges, I took a change of lifestyle, a change of career, took a look at this opportunity to purely bring me in an extra few €100 each month as I recovered, and then went on to replace and exceed my career income, working flexibly from home around my little boy. So it gives me the best of both worlds. Bernie, I think you're 6 years in business as well, are you?
I am indeed, Gina. Yeah, 6 years coming now in September. My background is nursing, so I was paediatric nursing and got involved in this business whilst on maternity leave. I'm a mum of 4 boys, and it's been life-changing for me because it has now exceeded my nursing income, and I do this full-time now around my boys. So it's just a fantastic opportunity and so glad to be part of it.
Can you see the slides there, Bernie?
I can indeed, yeah. So getting started with the training here tonight, then first and foremost, I'm going to start with the basics, and that is our 4 case credit requirement for eager manager level. We are mindful, Bob has cleared there what is required for eager manager. We need our 720 case credits, we need our 100 new and our 2 supervisors. But 4 case credits is the basis of our qualification. And if you miss 1 month of doing your 4 case credits, then you basically do not qualify. So this is how important it is. 4 case credits should not be seen as a struggle every month. And it is so surprising to see how many people do wait to the end of months to get their 4 case credits done. And it needs to be a given that it is done every month, early on in the month, possible, and it needs to be a given that it comes from retail. And this is really important, especially at this level of your business whenever you are planning your way to eager manager. You need to let go of the mindset that recruiting 1 person a month and your personal sales, your personal usage contributes to your 4 case credits. And yes, they do, but at this level of your business, you need to be looking at 4 case credits coming solely from your retail business and not from your personal use and not from recruiting. Those will be extra bonuses. On top of that, 4 case credits of retail is going to give you an amazing retail income. You're looking at a manager level of £452 and €540 every month, which is absolutely incredible. That exceeds five grand a month that you could easily put towards a holiday. And that's on top of your team bonus. So the retail is incredible at 4 case credits. But also you need to be leading from example. So if you're doing 4 case credits of retail every month and teaching that to your team, you are leading by example and your team will follow suit. They will follow what you do. It's like the saying goes, monkey see, monkey do. So if you're leading from example, and that is retail and 4 case credits every month, then your personal use, your recruitment on top of that as an added bonus, your team's going to copy this and you will see your total case credits for your business rise when you take this approach to your retailing of 4 case credits. Do you agree, Gina?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's definitely, we always say it comes down to mindset. We always say so much this business is what's in your head. And your mindset is so important when you're recruiting people and when you're coaching your team. And if you're comfortable and confident in retailing 4cc, and that's what you're showing other people how to do, you're vibrating at a different level. Your energy is different. You're confident in actually recruiting people to earn maybe that 400 or 500 they joined for or more. And I think just see 4cc as the absolute minimum. And I think this is where a lot of people either find it difficult or they don't. I think you're going to find it difficult if you aim for 4. You might scrape it the last couple of days of the month. Whereas if you aim for, I know myself and Bernie, we do a minimum of 8, 10, maybe 12 on an average month. That's not our be all and end all is not the 4. We aim for more. So you naturally hit it and you naturally continue on and do more. So raise that expectation. And look, when you break it down, if you've done 6 every month, that's 1/10 of your volume of the 720. So do your 4 early in the month. You'll naturally finish on 6 or 8 or 10. Who doesn't want more retail profit? And then you can add on your CCs for personal use. You can add on your CCs for recruitment. So definitely a top tip. 4 is a minimum. It's not a maximum. And profit, Bernie, this is what it's about, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. Again, back to that point again that, your 4 case credits needs to be on retail because it is clearly stated in our forever mission statement that we create a profitable environment. And our duty as business owners then is to build a profitable business for ourselves, but also to coach our team to do the same, to build a profitable business, for themselves and for their family. And let's face it, the one thing that all business owners have in common, whether you're a product promoter, whether you're a business leader or a business developer, that one thing we all have in common, we all came in to make money in this business. And if you have a new team member, they want to make money. So you need to coach from the beginning, methods that's going to get them a profitable business. And that comes from teaching them to retail 4 case credits a month, because for an assistant supervisor retailing 4 case credits every month, they're going to get that £300 or euro to £400 or euro that most people come into the business for anyway. So it should be a bare minimum that we're coaching our team that. It's easy to say, in the early days, do 2 case credits, recruit 1 person. But at the end of the day, that's not the income that people come in for. So we need to be from day one coaching our team to do that 4 case credits of retail as a pure minimum. And as Gina says, then to just increase that, then, everything else is a bonus. So Gina, how do we do that? How are we going to retail this 4 case credits?
Well, I think it's really important that we focus on doing it in a way that we can retain it. So, I'm not one for wanting to be out there every month looking for 20 new customers. We're going to coach retention. We're going to coach profitability. We're going to show them how to do something that they can then duplicate. So in my opinion, I think it's really important to put a big focus around our drinking gels and our supplements. We're blessed to have a reusable, consumable product, and I think we really need to capitalize on that. So I suppose maybe just ask yourself for a minute, okay, what we are, a use and recommend business. How many products are you using around your home? Can you look around your bathroom and see Forever products everywhere? Or is there still some other brands there and Forever do a similar product? Obviously, we know it's going to be better quality. How much gel are you drinking in a day? How many supplements do you take? Do you take the Vital 5? Maybe you have your own Vital 5 of different supplements. I really think every single person in this business needs to be drinking our gel, taking our daily supplement, taking our fish oil supplements, and taking our B12 supplement. That's my experience. And I think then you can look and add on your RG or your Vitalize or whatever is specific to you. But I definitely think you need to stop and see, are you using enough of our products? That's where it starts. And that's where you're happy to recommend the products on. So look even just at your gels and your supplements. Are you consuming enough product? Customer service is absolute key to retention. It really, really is. And I don't think this is something people take seriously soon enough. And I know I didn't take it seriously soon enough. And it's my biggest regret, because I went building and looking for new customers. Whereas if you focus on good customer service, you'll retain an awful lot more. But you do have to plan it, and you do have to prioritize it. You do have to see, okay, when am I actually going to do my customer service? What am I actually going to do for my customer service? So other than just checking in with people when they're due to reorder, how can you add value? Are you maybe inviting them to some of the amazing company events that we have? Are you maybe sharing an article that you think might be of interest to them? Are you checking in and seeing maybe is their child better because the last time you spoke to them they were sick? Are you building relationships? Are you trying to add value? Are you serving people? Because that is our job, is to serve people. And fast service, I really think, is key. I don't think in this business people serve people fast enough. And if you think of it, this is the totally different way for people to shop. And if it's not a real handy experience, if it's not just flawless and they don't have to put in much effort, they won't keep it up. They'll pass a health food store and they'll think those products are similar to ours, and out of convenience, they might pick them up. You need to make this service as convenient as possible for that customer with fast, efficient service. If you don't have enough to put in an order, borrow from your team or use your retail link and just order below the minimum. You can order any amount on your retail link, but that customer needs to be looked after super fast. You need to do your follow-ups. You need to plan when to do your follow-ups, and you need to continually ask yourself, how can I add value? How can I serve this person? And you will end up naturally upselling when you're building a relationship, because you're getting to know the person, you're getting to know their needs, their wants, and you can meet them with our products. And Bernie, I know you're always amazing at customer service. I'm sure you've retained most of your customers along the way.
Absolutely, Gina. And you know something, I suppose when lockdown first happened, 18 months ago or 14, 15 months ago, I think that was one of the main concern on a lot of people's mind was how are we going to retain our customers, when we can't get out and about and meeting them. But what I found was the retail link that we have now, and especially on the new platform, is just absolutely incredible. And I never really used it that often, but I use it probably more than I use my actual own personal shop now for customers that I have that's not local to me. It is so efficient. You can offer them, you can give them the discount if you want to give a good customer, that 5, 10, 15% discount, and the service that comes from Forever Direct, like the orders are there most of the time within 48 to 72 hours. So really, really key. This is how you retain your customers. Use what's available to you. Use the links. Use the knowledge that is provided to you, the training that is provided to you, and bring them back to that point there that Gina made about using the products. This is something that I'm so passionate about with my team, that, and especially at level now, we're all managers on this training here tonight. At this level of the business, you should not have products in your home where Forever have an alternative that you are not using. There's just no excuse at a manager level that you're doing that. And if you are doing that, you need to ask yourself why. If you're using a product and Forever don't have an alternative, why are you not using it? And you need to be teaching your team from the beginning that they need to be changing over to the Forever branded products. Because in doing that, this is where you build your passion. This is where you build your confidence and confidence to recommend to other people. Because you simply cannot go out there and recommend products to people that you have never tried yourself. It's just a no-brainer. You must be using them yourself, and you must develop that passion. But passion comes from knowledge as well. So you need to ask yourself, are you using everything available that Forever's providing us? And we have a tremendous amount of materials on our Forever Knowledge site that is there to help us build our business. We have huge amounts of trainings on retailing, on tips and strategies to build a successful retail business. We have a huge amount of trainings on product knowledge. We've got our advisory board online trainings now that we would have, paid money to go and see these before the pandemic happened, that are free to us online, high quality online advisory board trainings from our advisory board members, and this is second to none. They are there for you to use, to keep up to date and to pass on to your team. And you need to get out of the mindset as well to say, if I've already been to one of them trainings in the past, that I don't need to go to them again. That is not true. You need to be refreshing yourself consistently and building up your knowledge, because you never know everything. I'm 6 years in the business and I'm still learning every day about products. And so you really need to make use of what's available there in Forever Knowledge. The advisory board trainings, there's modules there. When you complete them, you self-certify and you get yourself a certificate and a pin. And this is fantastic to put in your social media as well. You're also, again, you're leading by example. You're teaching your team that you are doing the trainings and you're still maintaining your level of knowledge, and they will do the same as well. And then when your knowledge is increased, your team knowledge is increased, they're going to start recommending products with confidence then, and this is where you're going to see your case credits going up as well. And our advisory board trainings there's 4 different ones there. If you go on and have a look, we've got our sports and weight management, we've got our aloe and supplements, both for winter and summer, and we've got our aloe and skincare as well. So when you finish those, and I know when I go over them, I always learn something new every time. Would you agree, Gina, on that as well?
Definitely. And I was one of those people that wanted all the ins and outs and everything. I wanted to know the science behind everything, every ingredient and every product. You don't need to know all that, but I wanted to know it for my confidence. And you don't need to relay this information onto customers, but you'll be a lot more confident in recommending the product if you have a bit of knowledge in the back of your head. And I've studied nutrition, and I can tell you, you will learn an awful lot more from the likes of Louise Riley, from anything you can do, diplomas, degrees, anything. It's amazing the knowledge that you get, so condensed into what you actually need to know. And again, it just builds your confidence so much when you have that knowledge. And definitely leading by example in planning your retail activity. So every single Sunday and every start of every month, I do a retail strategy. So I know the different tasks that I'm going to do to actually bring in my retail. So I know at this stage my 4 is a given. Whether I work or not, I know my 4 will come in. But again, as I said, I don't want 4. I want 8, 10, 12 or more. And again, if I'm not consistently trying out different things, how can I coach, lead and train a team to do a different strategy if I'm just expecting my business to come in How can I actually guide them and what to do? So getting in a habit of every month breaking down a strategy of a mix of different things that you're going to do. Don't always put your full focus on just, oh, it's Mother's Day this month, or, oh, I'm just going to focus on C9 this month. Have a mix of a strategy, because sometimes you put a lot of effort into something, it might show little results. You might put not much effort into something else, it might show huge results. So have a mix of a strategy. Create some focused campaigns around different topics. Do launches, whether it's in a Zoom room, whether it's in Facebook Live, whether it's through broadcast messages. Do specific topics so that they can invite again and again and again. There's fresh groups of people, whether it's skincare or sports and fitness. Change it up all the time. And I think we fell into the trap last year. I've seen a lot of people fall into the trap of wanting to do sale after sale after sale, because they thought that's the only way they could do a messenger group or a broadcast group. That's not true. And I took that tip from Bernie last year of telling me, look, just do one around immune health, do one around skincare. You don't have to discount products, and people are still interested in the information. So that has worked particularly well. Now we can get back out and about a little bit again. There's a lot of summer fairs starting to go on again. You can do aloe bars, do maybe a promotion around the C9, and do schedule out what you're actually going to do around social media. Are you going to share testimonials? Are you maybe giving out samples this month? Are you asking for referrals this month? Are you maybe putting a focus on top 10 products this month? Put a focus somewhere. So pick maybe 3 or 4 different things that you're really going to go all out and focus on for the month. And then your team will follow. And if they have a focus, they know what they're doing, where they're going, instead of thinking, oh my God, we have so many products, there's so many different things they can do. And Bernie, you found that worked well for you the last year, getting a bit more focused in what you're doing specifically, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely. And I find that, I think people get overwhelmed by the huge amount of products that we have. And for me, over the last six years, I have specifically focused on maybe 10 to 15 products. I mix it about every month, and they're products that I am very passionate about, that I use with myself and my children. And, as you say, you can put them into groups, and you can have skincare, and you don't need to know the ins and outs of every single product. Keep it super simple. Keep focused and get good at 2 or 3 different things every month, and mix it up a bit and get the excitement, get the interaction still going within your business. So just to recap then, the way to Eagle Manager, it's not complicated. Don't let 4 case credits be a struggle every month. As Gina says, do them early in the month, and do not hold back orders so that you're going to have your 4 the following month. If you have an order on the last day of the month, put it in for that day of the month. Do not hold it off to the next month. You're just creating a mindset of lack there, and you need to just, have it as a minimum, and everything else is just an add-on and a bonus to that. Your 4cc it needs to be retail, and it needs to be taken from regular customers. But again, keep it as a minimum. Go for more. Go for 10. Go for 12. If you hit 8, sure, it's not extra. That's 4 extra than your 4. And as Gina says, you're vibrating at that right level of belief. And when you're vibrating at that level, your team's going to be, because you're coaching them to do exactly what you're doing, and you can see the income going up on the whole team as well as yourself. And again, that's going to reflect on your case credits as well. So just an example on the screen there to finish off. If you're doing your 4 case credits of retail every month, you use 1.5 personal use yourself. You sponsor 1 person a month. There's a total of 7.5 case credits per month going through your business. You teach 7 people in your team to do this, you've got your 720 for Eagle. Mm-hmm. So Gina, have you anything to add to that?
Just I suppose I'd say there's a lot of managers maybe on the call, and like me, this might be your first year-long incentive. And I found that a total different way of doing an incentive, because I was used to Network Professional and different ones that were a couple of months. This was my first year-long incentive. And like Bob mentioned at the start, we knew we probably weren't going to get a trip. So it's really, really important, whether there's a trip or not, there will be hopefully next year, get a connection to why you're doing it. And for me, it was always about the money. As Bob mentioned, typically an Eagle manager earns double of a regular manager. So that was always my drive. That was always my connection. So know how much money you need, know what you need the money for, and just go for it. Get that belief up, raise the bar, raise your standards. 4 is not what you need to do more, and you'll actually coach more as well. And enjoy the journey, but get your belief up, raise your standards, and best of luck. Hopefully we'll have loads of us on a trip next year. Yeah.
And just to finish that, Gina, as you say about it's the growth. It's not about the trips, and it's amazing. But I have, I qualified for Eagle 3 times, and I've only got 1 trip 2 of them have been during the pandemic, but the bonus is the growth of my business over the 2 years. If I hadn't went for the Eagle Manager incentive, my business wouldn't have grown. So focus on the growth in your business, and everything else is the bonus.